Good evening. I am your host. I'm attorney Stephen Leahy here at the today's tax talk for Tuesday, September 5th. I say it's not September, October 5th, the year of our Lord 2021. And as the thumbnail says, El Salvador crypto erupts. I might be a little bit overstating it, but we'll talk about it. Let's see what you think about it for the show today. So welcome back to the program. As I said, I am your host. I'm attorney Stephen Leahy. And we've been talking about El Salvador. Today, again, is Crypto Tuesday. So let's not forget that. One of my favorite days, we get to talk about cryptocurrency and the effects and what's going on in crypto for the week. Some weeks ago, we talked about El Salvador making Bitcoin its national currency. And their attempt, the president of El Salvador's attempt to make El Salvador a melting pot or a really experimental dish, and to try to see how he can change their economy using crypto. One of the things they wanted to do was start mining crypto there. One of the problems with, remember Elon Musk several weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago now, was kind of got away from Bitcoin, saying it uses too much energy and it's not green enough. And so they were trying to find a way to make, because you have to use a lot of electricity in order to mine crypto or Bitcoin. And so they were trying to find a way around that. Well, El Salvador thinks that they did come up with a way. And that's why one of the reasons why they went to crypto, to the Bitcoin as their currency. They wanted to bring the industry, the mining industry, to El Salvador, and they hoped for economic boon because of it. So let's read. There's a great story about this. So let's read about this story. Well, that's the Crypto Tuesday. This is not supposed to be there. Okay. So let's talk about this story. That's our second story. So let's talk. El Salvador has just started mining Bitcoin using the energy from, and this is where we get the my headline today. It erupts from volcanoes. Right, they're using geothermal generators to produce the electricity to mine the Bitcoin. And I don't want to use Bitcoin and crypto as interchangeable, because they're not, right? They're two different things, the same but different, and you know what I mean. And again, they're trying to use this geothermal to produce to mine the Bitcoin. And here's the headlines. Here's the signal and not the noise. El Salvador has mined 0.00599,179 Bitcoin, or about $269, with power harnessed from a volcano, in the first for the country. Well, you got to start some way, and that's why. Well, maybe Erupts was a overstatement, but I think it's appropriate. The president included in his tweet Friday that the mining project was still a work in progress and that they are in the process of testing and installing new mining equipment. And again, he's trying to bring a lot of investment into El Salvador because this equipment costs a lot of money. And so they're trying to make it a good place for people to spend their money and invest in Bitcoin and crypto in general. El Salvador has mined, as I mentioned, the president who has banked his political future on nationwide Bitcoin experiment, tweeted early Friday morning that this is the country's maiden voyage into volcano-powered Bitcoin mining. On Tuesday, the president posted a flashy 25-second teaser video Well, we can go there maybe, which includes shots of the government-branded shipping container full of Bitcoin mining rigs, technicians installing and plugging in ASIC miners, as well as sweeping landscape aerials of a energy factory in the thick of a forest bordering a volcano. This video, which has since gone viral with more than 2.3 million views, is captioned simply with "first steps." If the Central American country is indeed minting new coin, it will mean that the president has made good on his promise first announced in June, when he said that he had instructed state-owned Geothermal electric company to put up a plan to offer facilities for Bitcoin mining with very cheap, 100% clean, 100% renewable, zero emissions energy from our volcanoes. It actually makes sense because a lot of the crypto investors are green ecology nuts. I use that term. I crack myself up sometimes, so sorry about that. Anyway, the president indicated in his tweet Friday that the mining project was still a work in progress and that they are still testing and installing new mining equipment. The president also provided a breakdown of the mining rewards so far. So again, very limited. It's nothing to. I was going to say nothing to write home about, but it is. It's important. You know, you have to start somewhere. It's got to begin at the beginning, and in small amount is where a big amount begins. Volcano-powered Bitcoin mining has been a thing for a while. It's just geothermal energy, said Bitcoin Mining, who recently made the move from China to Texas. Iceland, remember now, China has outlawed not only mining, but all crypto activity. Exchanges, all crypto is now illegal in China. Iceland has been doing so since the very, very beginning of the Bitcoin mining. El Salvador is literally dubbed the land of the volcanoes, and already geothermal energy accounts for nearly a fourth of its domestic energy production, according to official data. The move by El Salvador is also a boon to the larger debate around Bitcoin's carbon footprint. As I mentioned, a fully renewable, untappable energy resource has been put to work strictly because of Bitcoin, said Bitcoin mining engineer. Bitcoin is a greatest accelerant to renewable energy development in history. Might be, it may be. This foray into mining comes just weeks after El Salvador became the first country to declare Bitcoin legal tender. As part of the rollout, the government added hundreds of Bitcoin to its balance sheet and launched its own national virtual wallet, which means cool. Chivo, which means cool, which offers no fee transactions and allows for quick cross-border payments. CNBC reached out to the president to ask about his future plans for state-sponsored Bitcoin mining, and we didn't hear back. Okay, so again, you have to start somewhere. It's an interesting story, tied not only to the El Salvador becoming the first country to make Bitcoin its legal tender, but also the geothermal aspect of mining Bitcoin and making it more green to overcome the objections of many, because it is a very energy intensive process to mine the Bitcoin. So if you can use the renewable energy in El Salvador's fake volcanoes, it's just a great. If it's not a great boon simply for geothermal, it's a great marketing strategy to bring people there to invest in El Salvador for just this reason. So the next story I wanted to talk about, I can't really go on without discussing this next story, and that's because the largest hackers hacked one of the largest cryptocurrency platforms. Thousands of investors lost their money. So I'm just going to scan this, but it's Coinbase, the world's second largest cryptocurrency website, said that 6,000 investors had their assets stolen. The hackers needed to know the email, password, and phone number of the users. Coinbase, a cryptocurrency exchange based in San Francisco, suffered the worst hack in history, in which the assets of 6,000 investors were stolen. A representative of the company confirmed this week that the security of the platform has been compromised by hackers who exploited a vulnerability identified in the platform's multi-factor SMS authentication process. Note Coinbase via a report that a representative of the company confirmed this week that the security of the platform has been compromised by hackers who exploited the vulnerability identified in the platform's multi-factor authentication process. Note Coinbase via a report that to carry out the attack, hackers need to know the email, password, and phone number associated with Coinbase accounts, as well as access to their partners' personal emails. In the letters sent to his clients, he explained that between March and May, those responsible for the scam conducted a hacking campaign to breach Coinbase customers' accounts and steal cryptocurrency. He added that the scammers gained access to each user's personal data through well-planned phishing campaigns. So I don't know if that means that they're not responsible, but I don't think that's what it means. Okay, so so that again, they can't really talk about crypto this week without talking about that hack because it's becoming very common. There's the anonymity of these accounts that whoever has access has the assets, and that's just the way it works. It's a plus and a minus, and again, sometimes it works for people, and in this case, it did not. They really need to. When you're doing these exchanges, they really have to concentrate on security. I think I mentioned when I opened up my first wallet, it was a very difficult process. And, security concerns were always at the forefront. But obviously, anybody who is focused on getting access can find a way and ultimately will find a way. Why do you rob the banks? Because that's where the money is. Right. Why do you hack these crypto platforms? Because that's where the money is. It just makes sense. Now we have a new segment in our Crypto Tuesday show, where every Tuesday, where we're gonna go to coinflip.tech and we're going to review the trends, the value trends. So let's do that. For the show. You see that that Bitcoin. While it took a big hit last week with the Chinese outlawing, has now rebounded, and today was at the over $51,000. So you can look at the upswing of the market. Ethereum is the same thing, upswing in the market. Litecoin, same thing, big upswing in the market, but very volatile. I guess the Litecoin is much more volatile than Bitcoin. And that, my friend, is saying something, right? When it's much more volatile. So anyway, that's where we are today with Crypto Tuesday. I hope you enjoy this segment and find it informative. If you do, then I'm going to ask you to subscribe, subscribe, share. If you subscribe on YouTube, please leave a message in the comments, and I will comment back. Like us on Facebook and share it with your friends so they can have this information that they need. And remember, if you're fighting the IRS, this show is sponsored by the Law Office of Stephen A. Leahy, BC, and Open Tax Advocates. And if you're fighting the IRS, you should get a copy of my book, Deal with Your IRS Problem Today. Go to freeirsbook.com. Again, freeirsbook.com. Get a copy of my book. Don't cost nothing. And again, tomorrow we're gonna go back into the IRS and taxes. Today's tax talk. I hope you enjoyed Crypto Tuesday. I always enjoy it, so I hope you do too. So thanks so much for joining us. And again, we'll join you. We'll ask you to join us again tomorrow. Thanks again, and we'll see you tomorrow.